It appears that Meta's CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, will not be avoiding an antitrust lawsuit trial. See, he'd apparently been trying to avoid such a thing, even offering $450 million to the FTC to avoid a trial, to settle up, okay? And even after trying to lobby Donald Trump personally for his help, of course. In March, the Facebook founder had called the head of the FTC, a Trump appointee, to see if he could work out a deal to avoid trial over what the FTC alleges was a breach of antitrust law when it acquired Instagram and WhatsApp, according to a Wall Street Journal report. Zuckerberg offered $450 million. The FTC, however, wants far more than that. About 30 billion. Wow. Now, Zuck had previously met with Trump at Mar-a-Lago back in November, and with the hopes of trying to butter him up and to get on his good side. He even donated $1 million to Donald Trump's inaugural fund, as well as making the announcement of getting rid of DEI policies at Meta, and of course, fact-checking on the platform, trying to become more like Twitter/X. Okay. Oh, we're gonna do community notes. That's what's gonna happen. That's gonna be our fact checking. Okay. So this is all stuff that was trying to appeal to Donald Trump and conservatives, right? And not only that, but the tech billionaire also met with Trump officials at the White House in February and March to try to lobby them to support taking the company's $450 million deal. Apparently, it didn't work. Not only that, but they tried to sweeten the pot by upping the amount to $1 billion. $1 billion. Still a lot of money, but not 30 billion. Okay. Now, the FTC was like, no, we'll settle for no less than $18 billion and something called a consent decree. The two sides then attempted to negotiate a settlement with Meta, reportedly offering to change some of its policies, but at the end of the day, the FTC is like, no, we're still going to take $30 billion. Sorry, not sorry. Oof. Now, that said, it is unclear whether or not Trump had supported Meta's $450 million offer. But those familiar with the matter told the Journal that the president was open to striking a deal with the tech company, but the FTC said no. Ultimately, Ferguson, who was the head of the FTC, White House officials, and Justice Department officials in the antitrust division, convinced Trump to allow the FTC's lawsuit against Meta to move forward to a trial. Good. Good. Look, as much as I despise the Trump regime, and as much as I call out their corruption, this is both an unexpected but very happy development. Yes. Look, to see Zuck grovel at the feet of Donald Trump and to see him get wrecked anyway is awesome. It is hilarious, and I love it. Just plug it into my veins. Okay. And I'm not the only one who's happy about this. Former FTC chair in the Biden administration, Lena Khan, is pretty thrilled. She criticized this attempted bribe, calling it, quote unquote, delusional. Quote, Mark bought his way out of competing. So I'm not surprised that he thinks he can buy his way out of law enforcement too. Look, he's still going to trial now, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to make another offer. Interesting. And maybe, I don't know, maybe there's still a chance for him to buy his way out of it. But as for right now, the trial goes on, and I love it. Now, the FTC's lawsuit against Meta alleges that the company had accumulated monopoly power, which is true, through anti-competitive behavior since Facebook purchased Instagram and WhatsApp in 2012 and 2014, respectively. Look, big tech is too big, right? And that is one thing that I actually do kind of see eye to eye with some of the people in the Trump administration. I do think big tech is too big. I do think that they're anti-competitive. I do think that these companies, whether it be Meta or Google, whatever, should be broken up. Not for some of the weird reasons that they have, like, oh, they're big tech's all left wing. Blah. No, that's ridiculous. Sure, did some of them support Democrats in office? That doesn't mean they're left wing, because Democrats are not all left wing. Okay, a lot of very, very pro-business, pro-corporate Democrats, all right, that I have a problem with. And a lot of them did take money from these big tech people before they decided to throw their lot in with Donald Trump. And I think it's pretty obvious why. Because Donald Trump and the Trump administration does not agree with regulation. Okay, they want to deregulate. They want to give tax cuts to billionaires like Zuckerberg and like Elon Musk. But apparently their hatred for Zuckerberg, for once, I guess, donating to Democrats and doing fact checking and things like that, has completely spoiled him when it comes to the right being able to make a deal. Right? That's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. And so the thing is, yes, they should be broken up. At the end of the day, that's the right decision, because you don't want these monopolies. They are bad for consumers. They're bad for average people. But I am kind of surprised still that Trump did not take a bribe. I'm always surprised when if Trump doesn't take a bribe, because you know that he loves money, that he loves taking corporate money, that he loves taking bribes, but I guess not from people like Zuck. I don't know the exact reason. I don't really care, because at the end of the day, what really matters is watching Zuck get wrecked. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.